Good morning, friends. I crashed hard after doing the first video last night, and now it is the morning, eating some pancakes and hanging out with you. And I'm now going to guide you through the post types 6 through 12. So in the first video, we covered 1 through 5 of these organic social media marketing posts, and now we're going to cover the final 6 through 12. Okay, so a personal philosophy post. This is where, pretty self-explanatory, right? This is where you are going to teach your personal philosophy. So concepts, ideas, perspectives that you value. This will do lots of things. It will unite those that you are called to serve and that are your target market, and it will repel those who you do not want to serve. Now, that might sound a little mean, but you are called to be exclusive. You're called to serve a certain type of person with a certain type of desire or need. So you don't want to waste your time on a discovery session or a strategy call with someone that isn't really a qualified candidate. They don't have the same needs or desires that you are being called right now to help them with, or they don't have those yet. Maybe 5 to 7 years or 2 years from now, they'll be ready for your work. So you want to speak to your personal philosophy. So I'm going to go to this linky link, and I will show you an example. Okay, my window's too small. Open it. That's really weird. Here's what we'll do. Work around it. Oh wait, do I have it over here? I think I have it over here already. I do, go figure. Okay, so personal philosophy. So you might be thinking, Meg, these posts all kind of seem similar, and they all have similarities, but there are stark differences. So this could be a pain or problem, but I'm not switching the problem for them or telling them, like, you may think it's perfectionism, but what really is going on is that you're afraid of being lonely. There's no problems with here, but I am stating a problem and my philosophy around it. So in this post, I talk about, and again, you can pause it to read the whole thing. And while we want and this is really simple language here. The best copy is between 3rd to 5th grade reading language. However, as a writer that you might be, feel free to mix that up sometimes to display how you serve with great talent, and that you spent many years developing this talent. So aim for 3rd to 5th grade reading language, but also if you are a writer, that is your talent, so feel free to show that off as well. Both are true. And what might be helpful most of the time is to maybe make the first sentence or two in 3rd to 5th grade reading language. So the reticular activator of the brain, when your ideal client is reading it, knows within 3 to 5 seconds that it's for them. It's something they're interested in, because people are always wondering what's in it for me. WIIFM. So I talk about having this bad habit that I would make myself earn nice things. So a guitar, running shoes, pool cue, I would wait till I was ready to, actually, my dog's gonna be let outside, so I'm gonna scroll down and let you read the rest of this for a second while I let the dogs out. Okay, I'm back. So I am in this showing my personal philosophy and also creating a subtle invitation for them, my target audience, to adopt the same philosophy. And that is quality tools, quality resources like a coach get you to your goal faster. And this is something that I really value now, and I didn't used to. So that would be an example of a philosophy post. And then of course you could put your offer at the end of it, fusing offers to different types of posts. So yeah, I sometimes I am not as vocal, and maybe it's time that I get more vocal about my personal philosophy. Maybe it's around like I could easily do a post over some people say you have to write every day, and I disagree with that. There's so many amazing writers that write once a week, once a month even. And finding what works for you and your family to get you to success is key. Like that could be a great personal philosophy quote. So again, personal philosophy is concepts, ideas, or perspectives that you value. Alrighty, the next one is proof. So if it will let me, So proof are testimonials. So here is a testimonial from one of my clients. We looked at her page yesterday. So testimonials from happy customers, happy readers, happy clients. Another type of proof of who you are and how you serve and that you do a great job is, and these do really, really well, selfies with your product. So here is a reader of one of my books, and it looks natural. It looks like something people just see on their phones all the time, not something too professional, which is really great these days. And it has her opinions on the book. And then I'm authentically connecting. Was so thankful to hear how Lindsay found her time in the book. And then a soft offer. Have a similar experience, audible.com. It just dropped there. Listen at your own pace in your own time today. And of course, I am saving this in my Google Drive so I can access it anytime that I want. And there is a different type of testimony that I'll share with you now, which is a video testimony. If you go to my website, oh, I'm already there. Whoops. You'll notice I have some video testimonials from clients, and there are 4 exact questions that you can ask to get an awesome video testimony. If I can find it. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm going to show you those questions now, because most of the time, nope, that's not what I wanted. Most of the time what happens if you don't give people a guide is they'll just say, yeah, Josh was awesome. Highly recommend him coming and consulting your church. But that doesn't tell the potential buyer anything. It doesn't speak to their pain or desires. So here are, and you can pause this, here are 4 questions to send out for the perfect 3 to 5 minute video testimonial that will convert to serving people through a monetary value exchange. It will convert to a sale when people see this. People will watch this and they're going to think, I want some of this. So how have you changed because of your experience with my product? What specific results did you walk away from with this experience? What were you struggling with before this experience that you're no longer struggling? This is called the hero's journey in marketing. Then lastly, would you recommend this event to others? Why or why not? I forgot there's 5. And would you say what would you say to a friend who is on the fence about taking the course, enjoying your product, if you could speak to them directly? Awesome. And now a pain and problem switch. Okay, so this one I kind of hinted on earlier. This type of post, you're going to come in and say, some people think this is the pain or the problem, but the real problem is this. So in this post, and I really had fun with this one, like you might be. I am a word nerd, a linguistic lover. And so I really had fun with a metaphor and use of language here. And so I talk about, and you can pause this or the links in the sheet. I talk about how for so long, how so many writers struggle with perfectionism. And it's a little tongue-in-cheek. Ideally, I'd get it done quicker, but I'm just a perfectionist. I would say I would then await my pat on the back for having higher standards than others in the room. Maybe even in my imagination, this humble brag would lead to an Alan Rickman type in metal mesh armor, knighting me for my utter commitment to the Oxford comma. Hear ye, he would proclaim, while raising his helmet. We dub thee Meg, daughter of Dina, for her service as a perfectionist. Her fearless act of moving at a snail's pace has enhanced our lives greatly. Our village will be forever grateful for the book that she never finished. And as the iron of his blade hit my shoulders, I feel a punch in my gut. I knew that what was really going on. I wasn't being a perfectionist because of my mildly high standards. I was mislabeling my fear of rejection, my fear of being alone, as perfectionism. The book was never finished because I was too worried about impressing or appeasing others. So I state a problem that many struggle with, and then I get to the root of that problem, because where I was 5 to 7 years ago is where my target market is now. So I know what they're going through. I've been in the trenches, and it's not perfectionism. It's not wanting grammar and spelling to be perfect. It's this fear of being alone for some. And not everyone will relate to this, but a lot of your target market will. So I cascade the pain. I appease everyone alone with not writing the book. The crazy thing about ideas, and I state what they're experiencing, is that ideas, once you give them a little bit of airtime, they get louder and louder. And then I equip them to move differently. I'm gonna let my dogs back in while you finish reading this. And then I end it with this will be called at the end here, this will be called a soft offer, because, and we're gonna get to that in a minute, because I have taught, and then I have attached to the teaching a soft offer if they want the same results to come to comment me. A confused buyer never buys, so make the call to action very simple. So that is a pain to problem and a problem switch. Okay, so possibility. This is a new one that I've just learned. And although we've all kind of been doing it in our marketing, but this is when you paint a picture. You paint a picture in great detail. You plant a vision, you paint a picture of the vision for your target market, speaking to their existing desires, and then end it with a call to action, a clear one. DM me, comment, I'm ready below. So a possibility to paint a picture could be let's say you're sitting at a book, if you are an author, you're sitting at a book signing table, and you paint the picture, you tap into your senses of the plastic table cover was yellow, and the hustle and bustle of the line of people with copies of your book waiting for you to sign it. And one elderly gentleman comes in, wobbles up to the table, and he hands you the copy of your book, and it's all dog-eared, and there's post-it notes, and it's marked all over, and he hands it to you with tears in his eyes, and he says to you, I have been struggling to forgive my father for 20, no, he's older than that, 45 years, 50, a long time. And your book helped me to do that. And I have never felt more peace in my life. I'm getting teary-eyed just imagining this moment. Yeah. And you flip the cover of the book to the title page, and you write, Dear Henry, it was an absolute honor to be with you in this book. And let's say if Henry was to tell you that because I was able to forgive, I now volunteer at a children's home where I help other kids with, or Big Brothers Big Sisters, where I help other kids whose parents have made poor choices. And you're signing the book, Dear Henry, it's been an honor to hang out with you in this book, to be with you in this book. Thank you for giving others the gift of your pain so that they may find healing. And what author doesn't want that vision, that possibility? I can't believe I'm tearing up right now. I'm thinking of this fictitious Henry. Yeah, so that's a possibility. You're going to paint a beautiful picture of what their life could be, with a clear call to action at the end to partner with you to make that happen. Okay, and then we're going to do a PR post. So this is when you're showing podcasts that you've been on, any things that you're speaking at. So that's an example. You're sharing those. I think I have another type. Nope, I do not have another type. Did I share? Oh, I want to bounce back just for a second. There's another type of proof post you could do. You could do text. You could do text from happy readers and happy clients. So this is someone that I follow and I love her stuff. So this would be proof. She has a whole highlight called Client Wins. And so, well, yesterday when I checked it, she had text. I think that is a text. Okay, so she is showing some of this is text from clients. I'll let the dogs know. Okay, so text from happy clients getting the results that you promise to guide people to, that is another type of proof. Okay, we did a PR. Now a pitch post is, as we already shared, a hard offer is there's no value up front. There's no different, it's not being fused with any type of post. It's just an offer at the end. And your offer, you and I hopefully already created together for your product, your book, your coaching, or your course. And so this kind of would be another type of philosophy post that starts, and this is a great one to do, talk about who your book is for, And this also should come up in the introduction of your book as well. And so I talk about who the book is for and who it's not for. And that is a great philosophy type of post too, because you're seeing where I'm coming from, what is being valued. And then there's a soft offer that you notice, like the one we created for your work. Soft offer. And then if you feel this book is for you, I cannot wait to meet you on my early bird mailing list. So this is pre-launch marketing. My book was not out yet. And I'm giving them a clear call to action where to go, because a confused buyer never buys. So that's a soft offer. Now, if I was to say, book dropped, Amazon put my book on sale today. It's not $19, it's $5. Link in first comment. That would be a hard offer. So a soft offer. Now, this is a beautiful thing. Once you have this beautiful offer crafted, the goal is to fuse it onto every, I would say 2 out of 7 weekly posts. You're going to attach an offer at the end of any type of post that you just learned. You fuse the soft offer onto it. So with organic social media marketing to work, you have to show up at least 7 times a week, making 2 of those posts. Did I say 7? Sorry, 6. You can take a day off, as you'll see in the content calendar. Show up 6 times a week, 2 of those posts fusing an offer and a clear call to action at the end. All right, so that was soft offer, hard offer. Okay, the last one is called piquing interest or racking the shotgun, which you might have learned. So this is so crazy that this one works all the time. It doesn't seem like it should, but the story behind this one is that there was a saloon where people were playing cards, and this gentleman who wanted to duel someone walked in, and he racked his shotgun. So I'm a Texan with an Army soldier father, so I know what that means, but I know not everyone does. So he racked that. If you imagine giant shotguns, they're huge guns, and you have to pull the top metal part back. You take your top hand and you pull this metal part back. And when you do that, you are releasing a shotgun shell in the chamber. You're racking it. It makes that sound. So he went in there and he made that sound, knowing that someone worth dueling, someone who knew that sound, who would want to duel, who would understand that sound enough to not be so focused in his game. He would look up and he would know the best person. And so those that were interested in knowing that sound, interested in our metaphor here, or that in our analogy here, would be interested in working with us, they're going to know they're going to see it and immediately respond. So we rack the shotgun. So example of this is, in February, I'm dedicated to helping 4 authors write their books by August, who's in. And I had 19 comments, and I was able to hop on 6 discovery calls with people, and that led to 2 new clients that I get the honor of partnering with. So it's crazy that it works, but if you've done all the groundwork, these other types of posts, and people are creepers on Facebook, they're lurkers, they're creepers, they don't always comment, but they're seeing what you're doing, and you're building a reputation that when you flat out say, I'm wanting to serve 4 clients to write their books by August, who's interested? Let me know below in the comments, say I'm in, clear call to action. People go crazy over these. So another way to call this is piquing interest. So here's another one. I'm thinking about doing a 90-minute morning ritual workshop to help unlock personal power, certainty, and focus daily. So, and he has now 7 people, and I knowing half of those people, they're all committed, and would be a great match for that. And that was able to work because Jonathan had laid the groundwork of doing these other amazing posts. So those are our 12 types of organic social media marketing posts. And you now have this document to go over and see examples. And you also have the content calendar, which I'll give you. And you have links embedded here. So I will stop recording. And I'm, as always, so pleasured and honored to be able to serve others through your work.